Welcome back to Heavy Hands Boxing. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get into this Spence versus Bud Crawford fight. Man, I got 2 words, people. 2 words. Technical brutality. I'm going to say it again. Technical brutality. To my mind, I haven't seen a fight like this since Hopkins slowly broke down Trinidad, or Mayweather put that whooping on Arturo Gatti. Y'all go look them fights up. And particularly Roberto Duran, Las Manos de Piedras, beat down Iran Barkley, a lightweight, came and beat up a middleweight. They said he couldn't punch for real. Said he would get overwhelmed by the high volume of Spence. Said his chin was no good. Doubted his boxing IQ. It turns out Bud was just too damn good. Bud rose to the occasion. Never have we seen Bud use that type of slippery eel-like defense in there. Right? This man, Spence didn't know what to do in there. He couldn't land a shot. He couldn't get working off the jab. The jab. Never have we seen Bud even use a power jab like that. This man was like a whole different fighter in there. People, you have to understand when you're looking at a master boxer put on a master class on a top tier opponent who was a very good fighter in Errol Spence. This wasn't no just contender or very good guy coming up, or this was Errol Spence, 3-belt unified, beat all the other former and current champions at the time, was clearing out the division, and got put down brutally like he wasn't nothing. Folks, I didn't give Errol Spence not a round after the first round. 2 through 9, he was getting his butt whooped. Dropped by a jab in the second round? I told y'all in the previous video, Crawford is punching for real. And if we're going to believe that Crawford is punching for real, that's going to give Spence pause in that high volume approach. It has to. Spence was getting rocked to his core on those shots. Never have we seen Spence look like this. Never. So with that game plan out the window, what is Spence to do? You can't do nothing else. You can't box with a guy like that. He's faster than you. And also, he's just a better boxer than you. His IQ is better. They're talking about going to 154 for the rematch. That lets you know right there, he don't really want to fight. I was surprised to hear Bud said he will take the fight at 154 because he had trouble making 147. Wow. People, y'all really going to pay to see that? What's going to be different, y'all? Is Spence going to be faster? No. His boxing IQ going to jump up 7 pounds, just like 7%, just like he'll jump up 7 pounds? No. One thing is he may be more durable. Now, weight don't improve your chin. But if you're sucking down your body to make a weight, you are weakening yourself. So you may be definitely tougher at the higher weight. But don't you think Crawford going to be punching harder? He's a puncher. He's just like Manny Pacquiao, who carried his power up. I know. Say what you want. Pacquiao may have been on PED. Whatever. He is a puncher, though. Bonafide puncher. If he goes 154, it's going to be the same thing. And he's going to feel good because he's been lifting weights. So he don't want to lose a pound or 2 just to make 147. He's liking how he feels. And he's damn strong. Too strong. Look at how he pushed Errol Spence back. And Spence was supposed to be the monster. Bud came in there and slayed him. He dropped him off a jab. I was like, nah, he had to be off balance. No. He just shocked his system and dropped him. I told y'all in a previous video, Spence is going to have ring rust. Spence admitted it in the in-ring post-fight interview where he said, my timing was off. I couldn't get my timing right. When your timing is off, you're off because of the ring rust. Anybody can have an off night for sure. But he's 33 years old. A little too young to be having off nights like that pop up on you. 15 months away from the ring. That's why your timing was off. And then Bud wouldn't let you do what you want to do. If you never get into a rhythm and get that engine running, You're never going to be on point. Never. And Bud ain't let him do it. And then he was cracking him on top of it. So now you start to get a little desperate. Spence fought valiantly. He came back hard. He was like, man, I ain't going out like no punk. And Spence ain't no punk. He came back in there and he went at my man. But if you notice, Bud floated away. Floated away when he tried to get those long body shots in. There's a clip out there from years ago. Bud told Spence in his face, you try them body shots, I'm going to knock you out. Yeah, what happened in that 7th round? Bud baited him to the rope, stuck his tongue out. Spence does what he does. Left jab, wide right hook to the body. And he eats an uppercut that put him on his butt. This man was not going to win this fight. This man was overshadowed, and he knew it. And there was nothing his corner could tell him to improve his situation. He couldn't box with Crawford. Crawford was too damn good. Crawford, you look at his knockouts, 90% of the time, he's punching with his opponent. And he's getting to you before his opponent lands a shot. He knows what shot you're going to throw, and he catches you. That defense was a master class in there. I think Bud might have been clipped 3 times to the head in that fight. Man, it's time to give this man his flowers, give him his accolades. He ain't asking for it. He taking it. Kudos to Bud. And kudos to Spence to get for putting this fight together for the fight fans, getting it on, leading the way, showing these guys, get in the ring. You will get your respect. Even if you lose, put on a great show. Put on a great fight. If you're going to lose, man, lose in a fight. Go out on your shield. Many people thought, look, the referee stopped the fight a little early. I thought that too immediately. That's always the first knee-jerk reaction. But you know what? Spence was getting rocked to his core with those shots, man. His legs was already wobbly and gone. This man has children. He has a family. We don't have to see his eyes rolling back at his head and him falling, like Ivan Drago type to the mat. We don't need to see that. The man was thoroughly beaten, thoroughly. It was nothing he could do. It was all downhill. So kudos to the referee. In review, I think people will change their minds on that and realize, man, Spence was getting rocked bad and getting the ass whooping. I'm sorry. It is what it is, and it was what it was. All right, man. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. I'm on to the next one. Peace.